So, do you think it was a good idea to watch this
Dude,
show, or
yes.
like just this show, or would you have preferred an entire series, like
Dude,
season, 12
I
episodes?
barely was able to watch this. In fact, if I hadn't have skipped work today by calling in, I don't think I would have gotten like watched it in time. Like I severely underestimated what jet lag was gonna do to me. Like um we can talk more about this once I like talk about my trip, but on the way there, like there was obviously some jet lag because we were going to like two different time zone, but it didn't affect me that much at all. Like we just kind of woke up at a different time and it wasn't like that much of an issue, but on the way back coming home, for some reason it's just hitting me so hard and like I went to work yesterday and I honestly shouldn't have gone to work because I just overworked myself and it was uh it was a bit rough, and I may have to call in tomorrow. We'll see. I don't. I feel bad because everyone's already been helping me pick up shifts while I was gone. But dude, I'm always like wondering. I'm not sure if you've noticed this, but the guy who writes the Studio Ghibli movies music, is his name Joe?
Yeah,
Like, like I'm always wondering. Like, should I read this in a Japanese way, like Joe or something like that? But I think it might just be Joe.
I would just go with Joe because we're we're an English podcast after all, you know.
That's true. I'm just wondering because I've never heard of a Japanese guy named Joe, but like maybe he's just like half. Kiki's delivery service. Japanese name Majo no Takyubin is directed by Hayao Miyazaki, the famous Hayao Miyazaki, um, with a with a screenplay and also produced by him as well. It is also based on I believe, 1985 novel by Eiko Kadono, also called Kiki's Delivery Service, with music by Joe Hisaishi, produced by Studio Ghibli, and released July 29th, 1989, with a runtime of 102 minutes. Hi, and welcome to Anime Jail. My name is Jack,
And my name is Leon.
and today we're going to be talking about it, so stay tuned. Let's go! Please, listeners, forgive me if my voice is uh a tad slower or I'm kind of seeming a little less energetic. I am feeling a bit sick because of the jet lag, but hey, the show must go on. So we're gonna talk about Kiki's delivery service today.
Maybe you should explain why you have a jet lag.
Well, you just mentioned my trip, so I thought that was obvious. But
Yeah, I could have meant
yes,
your trip to like New York.
yeah, true. The jet lag from here to New York, damn. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so I Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe I didn't mention it on the last one. For some reason, I thought I had mentioned it, but yeah. So I finally went to Japan. I
Whoa.
have visited the country itself. But yeah. So I went to Japan these last 2 weeks with my brother and his and one of our friends, and it was a really good trip. It was 2 weeks, um, which is a longer trip than I've ever taken. And it was the first time I've been to a foreign country. The first time in a while I've been on a plane. Wasn't the first time, but like basically recently first time. And yeah, so it was a lot of firsts. I won't go into it too deeply, but we had a lot of good food, and I spent way too much money. So that's that's
Oh,
where
I'm
I'm at.
excited to hear about that.
I am currently checking my bank account daily and being like, "Uh-oh, I need to like replenish this."
Ah,
But
but
Leon, you're also sounding a little different today too, if
yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
Well, I don't know if you can hear the difference because I have not heard myself yet. But I got a new headset. Woo! With an
Yay!
actual microphone. I don't know if I sound better or worse, but judging from your reaction when we started, I assume that I sound better, and I will hear this in about 30 weeks when I cut this. So,
Dude, our podcast is evolving. We're slowly getting new new technology to work with, and new we're basically developing ourselves into a higher form.
Yeah, we're becoming a Pikachu. Like we're not Pichu anymore, we're
Yeah,
a Pikachu by now.
true. We're evolving. I never played Pokemon, but I've always known about the evolutions, and I think some of them are pretty cool. But yes, we're definitely evolving.
And I would also think you would say Pikachu,
Yeah,
but
not Pikachu,
yeah, well, I'm German,
but
so
in
shut
German, I
up.
guess.
Yeah, kind of in German we say Pikachu, so
Pikachu, interesting. Do you say Raichu the same way?
yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, soon or like in the future, not soon, we'll become a Raichu.
Yes, we're not there yet, but we are coming up ish on our first year anniversary. I mean, technically I think we recorded the first episode before the day that we're recording this,
Yeah,
but I believe our first episode was uploaded in December or
January,
January? January
January.
of this year, I see. But it was
Mm-hmm.
recorded before that.
Yeah, it was recorded October 14th, 2024, I think.
It took us a while on that one, but we
Yeah, well, we prepped, and well, the first episode wasn't too good, but that's another thing for maybe an anniversary episode. We'll see. But today we're here to
Yeah,
talk about Kiki's delivery service.
we are. We are. And man, what a wonderful choice. And I mean, me and Leon were just talking about this, but I'm really glad we did a movie because, as I just said, I'm coming off of a 2 week trip, and there's no way I would have gotten to finish a show in this time. Um, and so yeah, I was glad it was a movie. And spoiler alert for my thoughts on this, I'm glad it was this. Um, I guess for like a little background on myself, like I'm pretty sure the first anime, like the first thing you could call anime that I watched was a Studio Ghibli movie. And can you guess which one it was, Leon?
Um, oh, this is difficult because I
It's
know you're not big on Ghibli, but
yeah,
if I recall, you have not seen My Neighbor Totoro, you have
I've
not seen
not.
Howl's Moving Castle, and you have not seen Ponyo.
I have seen Ponyo as like
You
a
have seen
younger
Ponyo?
kid, but
Okay, but
but
that's
not
not the one
like
we're
in
looking
my current
for.
mind. Yeah,
Um, so I would kind of
it's
guess because it feels all right.
yeah.
Castle in the Sky, like
I I think I did watch that at some point when I was a kid, and it kind of has to do with the right answer, but technically no, I don't think.
okay,
But
then
I'll
tell
give you
me.
a hint. It's really easy. Like it's the most obvious one.
Oh my God, Spirited Away.
Yeah, yep, it was Spirited
I was
Away.
so stupid. I'm
Uh,
sorry. I totally forgot the Spirited Away exists.
yeah, it actually came out the year I was born. Um, but I distinctly remember my art teacher forcing us to watch it when I was in elementary school, and I guess suffice it to say, it didn't really get me into anime at the time because, and we can get into this conversation in a bit, but I think that Studio Ghibli is much different than most other anime, um,
Uh-huh.
which is why I have some problems with it. But to get into Kiki's delivery service today, um, I'm just gonna say straight up, this is probably my like the Ghibli movie that I've seen that I hold in the highest regard so far. Like I have the
Oh.
best feelings of this of any Studio Ghibli movie that I've seen.
Okay, that's good to know, I guess.
Yeah.
I still have to get into speaking English again. Like it's been a break for 3 weeks, so
It's okay, just take it slow.
yeah,
I'll
so I still have to think sometimes about my reactions. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, I'm glad you liked it. Uh, well, I do know your score by now, but
yeah.
we'll won't
We
we
were
won't announce
spoiled on that.
it. We won't announce it just yet.
Yeah, but we'll get there.
Yeah, but I totally get why you like it, and I also like I'm pretty fond of it, you know? It's not my
Mm.
favorite Ghibli movie, but it's pretty high up there.
Yeah, your favorite is Howl's, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. He I'm not sure if we've talked about this, but Leon knitted or crocheted? I don't know.
crocheted.
I'm so stupid on these, but um, he crocheted a very cool jacket of I believe Howl, and
Yeah, I crocheted the cardigan.
but yeah, so Kiki's and I guess that we've kind of already talked about our feelings about it. I mean, I like I don't really need to talk about my impressions. I mean, I guess I'll kind of just say what I said earlier, which is that I I didn't go into this movie with high expectations because I haven't enjoyed a lot of Studio Ghibli movies.
Mhm.
Um, but with that said, that kind of let me have a really good experience with this movie because it just kind of like let me watch it with a blind eye because I didn't have like I wasn't expecting it to be anything. I was expecting it to be just another Studio Ghibli movie, but it gave me something that I could enjoy because I had low expectations. So that's kind of my expectations. But this was actually a rewatch for you, right? So I mean, you didn't. I mean, you already basically knew what this was gonna be mostly.
So I looked this up like 2 hours ago. It was actually my fourth rewatch
Oh
of
my
this movie.
god,
So I've
jeez,
seen it like a few times.
just a few. Yeah.
Yeah, because there was like one day on a like German TV, like
Like broadcast or something,
yeah, like
like a
how
TV
would you
channel
like
or something.
TV channel? Thank you.
Hmm.
On a German TV channel, there
I
was
got
like
you, bro.
thank you. There was a Studio Ghibli marathon,
Mm.
like from 8 a.m. until like 10
Hmm.
p.m. or something. So like the entire day, and that's where I like first saw it.
Yeah.
And it didn't really get me then because I was like quite young and
Mhm.
well, wasn't paying too much attention.
Yeah, it was just kind of like playing in the background type thing.
Yeah. But like over the years, I got the opportunity a few times to just watch it, and now also with you. So
Yay.
it's the fourth, and there
The
will
fourth.
be more more rewatches definitely.
Dude, I want to watch it with you in person now for the fifth.
For the
For the fifth
fifth, I don't
watch.
know if that's possible, but we'll see.
Well, maybe it'll be more than that since you may like watch it sooner, but um hey, now that I've been to Japan, I'm like, dude, I could go to Germany easily. Like it's not even that far away compared to Japan.
Yeah, well, it's the same time basically.
Oh yeah, I guess it would be, right?
Yeah, like you just went. I
You
mean,
could go
you
the
had
other
the
way.
big problem with the 16-hour time difference.
Yeah.
I think it should be 16
Yeah,
or
yeah.
15. I don't know.
So the time difference won't be as bad, but it'll probably take as much time to get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm basically in the middle between your time zones. Japan is
That's
like
right.
8 hours in the future from me, and you're eight
Hmm.
hours in the past from me, so
And you're about 8 hours in the future or 6 hours in the future from
eight
me?
hours for
8
you.
hours. Yeah, okay. Sorry. I'm a bit stupid when it comes to time and numbers, but
Well, so I guess let's get into it. Let's get into the
yeah,
story.
yeah. I mean, we were also kind of talking about this, but this will probably be a shorter discussion just due to the nature of this movie. But um, I mean, I guess to get into story, I I'll kind of just lay out the basic like plot, and if you wanna, or like not really the plot, but just kind of like the setup,
Mhm.
and maybe you can help me out with like the finer details because you've seen it more. But um, basically, the movie starts, and the first thing I notice is how quickly it just wraps you up into the plot. Like it just starts going immediately.
Mhm.
Um, and I quite like that. Excuse me, because it it didn't for like it didn't feel like you were starting some cinematic journey, some grand movie. Like it felt like a true slice of life of this character. named Kiki, um, who spoiler alert is a witch. Um, but basically, so yeah, it starts and I don't think it's her 13th birthday, but she is 13, and it's like a full moon or something, which means she gets to take off on her broom and go find a new town to live in as a witch.
Hmm.
Um, and basically, in this world, there are witches, and they kind of just live among people, type thing. It's not really like you don't see a whole bunch of other witches in the movie. Like you see you see like another girl at the beginning, but you don't see like a ton of like witch society type like exploration. But um but yeah, so basically Kiki is in a witch family and she sets off in the beginning for a new land. And like it's just kind of it truly just throws you into the action and doesn't explain much, just kind of says go. And I really liked how it just like quickly gave you the setup. Um, and I guess just to provide a couple other details, like probably well at least to me the other most important character is Kiki's kind of I would call it a Skyma, which is like a familiar.
Hmm.
Um, it is her cat named Gigi.
Yeah,
Um,
the
so you have
creative naming pointed out here,
yes, Kiki and
Kiki and
Gigi,
Gigi. But it's kind
which
of
I like that
cute.
a lot. Yeah, but yeah, and it just kind of like gives you those two characters, and they're both really good. And I actually would like to go into some voice actor stuff later, but I enjoyed both of their personalities, and I thought they played off of each other very well from the beginning. Because Kiki is kind of this, I would say she's a bit not bratty, but she's a bit kind of like she kind of wants things to go her way, and she kind of like throws a fit if things are going wrong, and like kind of like starts pouting. Um,
Yeah,
and Gigi is this very much sort of like realistic viewing character who's always like telling her like, yeah, that's stupid, and I just kind of like how their personalities were together. Um,
yeah. And especially in the beginning, I feel like Kiki is really like clumsy. Like if you
yes,
think about the first scene where she's like taking off with her broom,
yeah, yeah, and it's like
flying into
missing,
the
and she like
trees.
hits, yeah. I thought something bad happened at that point because like it looked like she like hit a tree and fell, and I was like, oh, like is there gonna be like some like plot development? But no, she just is not that good at flying. I was like, oh, okay. Um, and I think her mom at that point like says that she sucks at flying or something like that.
Yeah,
Uh,
and then they met like the other witch you just mentioned, and she was kind of like a snob, I'd say,
yeah,
or that's
and
how
she was
she like
talking
acted
about
at least.
yeah, and she was talking about like a special skill and how like she's like good at like fortune telling or something, and she was like, "Do you have any special skill?" And Kiki's like, "Oh, not really."
But
um,
well, who cares?
exactly. Uh,
It's my movie, not yours.
yeah, true. That's honestly how uh Miyazaki thinks, and we might be able to get into this later, but that is one of my problems with Ghibli is just Hayao Miyazaki, and I'm not sure if you've seen any uh like interviews with him or like seen how he like behaves, but he's very uh, very elitist about his movies, very like snobbish, um, and he thinks his movies are just the best thing ever. And he like, I'm not sure if I've told you this, but like his son got into like making movies, and he like went to the theater to watch his son's movie, and he literally like walked out of the movie theater, and like they're like. They have like cameras on him after, and he's like, "Yeah, he's not ready to make a movie yet." And I'm like, "What? Like, what is this
Good
attitude?"
dad. Yeah, I don't know. I have not seen interviews with him, so I don't really know about his personality. I just enjoy his work.
Yeah, yeah.
I've heard about his son doing like movies because he made the newest one. I don't know its English name. With
Oh
the
yeah, I can look it
boy
up.
and this
Is it
bird.
The Boy and the Heron.
Yeah, thank you.
But
The
that
Boy and
was
the Heron.
Miyazaki, right?
I don't think so. I think it was his son,
Oh,
but I'm
was
not sure.
it? I thought that was just him. It says directed by him, but
Okay, so it might be like okay,
who's
then
his son?
misinformation here. I thought it was his son, but apparently not.
Hayao Miyazaki's son. I want to know what his name is. Goro Miyazaki and Keisuke. I think it's this guy.
Have they done movies? I
Um.
think I've read some of their names.
Oh, he directed From Up on Poppy Hill,
Oh, also a pretty good movie.
which is another one I see. Okay.
Okay, apparently I was misinformed.
Hey, but he's still directed something.
Yeah. Well, but I do enjoy his work, so I have not really paid attention to his like person.
Yeah, and honestly, that's like I will say that's like honestly like calling out myself like it is a bit of bullshit that I like mention that because at the end of the day, I think if I enjoy a piece of art, I don't really care who the person is who made it. Like I don't care that much, but it's just because I've never really liked Ghibli movies that it's easy for me to like make fun of the director because I just don't like him.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, I personally think it's okay to enjoy art even if you don't like the guy who made it. But that's just my viewpoint on it.
Yeah. Okay. So I think this episode will not be a short one because we get really deep into some side
Yeah,
quests here.
we are going into side quest territory.
But coming back to our main
Yes.
objective, the story, after she met this like other witch, she like decided to sleep in a train, which was
Yes, with those
uh,
cows.
yeah. And that's what my girlfriend pointed out. She like really liked the cows because we watched it together like on
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yeah,
And these cows looked so cute.
they did. Um, and it was pretty funny because they like licked her foot or something like that, and I thought she was gonna be like, "Oh, that's gross," but then she starts laughing, and I'm like, "Dude, that's kind of nasty." I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, well, but cows are kind of cute.
True,
And
honestly.
then she's like
True.
sorry for being in their breakfast. So,
Yeah. But yeah, so she does that, and then she basically just finds her town, right? After that?
yeah, she finds the town with an ocean view.
Yes, which is the name of a soundtrack from
Yeah,
the show, which the soundtrack's pretty good. I'm just gonna say that right now.
it's a total banger. Like it's even in my normal Spotify playlist.
Mm. I might actually take a look at that because I liked a lot of the soundtracks. Spoiler alert. But yeah, so she comes to live in this town. I'm if you want to like directly lay out all the plot lines you can, but I just kind of want to say up front that like one thing that I do like about this movie is how the plot unfolds because it never really feel like you said earlier, it never really feels like a grand adventure or like a it doesn't even really feel like a real plot progression. Like it feels like just like this girl who moves to this town, gets a new job basically, and sort of like has to figure out how to work through some problems while she's doing the job.
Yeah,
Um, and it really does just lend itself to like a real like slice of life story. And like ironically, I feel like I found more deeper themes in this than I find in a lot of like movies that are trying to like tell some like deep story. Um, because I just really like enjoy like there were a lot of scenes when she gets to the town and all this stuff where it like she's like not saying anything and it truly just lets the animation tell how she's feeling um and just like like and that's another thing by the way, the quality of the animation is just outstanding. Like I was going to get into this a bit, but this movie came out in the 80s. Like yes, it was 89, but still like for the 80s the animation in this movie is just unbelievable. um And yeah, so there were just like so many good moments like that where it was just like animation was carrying, and we can get into the deeper plot points if you want, just like talk about some characters, but overall, I don't think we really need to talk too much more about the story because that's not really what it's about. I feel like, but like, how do you feel about it?
Yeah. Sorry, I had to process because you talked so much. I feel like
Oh,
you have
sorry,
been
sorry.
talking a lot recently.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're all good. You're all good.
Just went off there.
So to your point with the plot, I feel like this movie is pretty like simplistic. Like not in
Yeah.
its animation, but like with its plot and
Yes.
especially compared to like modern shows like Demon Slayer or something.
Oh yeah.
It is very simplistic, and I think it's that what makes it like beautiful, you know?
Yes, definitely, definitely. Um, as far as plot goes, that's what I was saying is like it just really lends itself to a lot of these quiet moments, like moments in other anime where characters would be talking or like say something because like one thing about Studio Ghibli movies is that they can rely on their animation, um,
Hmm.
because of the quality of it. Like they can truly depict life at almost basically as it is, and that's basically what they do. Like Studio Ghibli movies are not typically very cartoonish. Like they're very much trying to picture life as it is, like more like realistically. Um, whereas most other anime that you see airing weekly and all this stuff is very like it doesn't have that level of quality of animation. So it uses other methods to be stylistic in its depiction of life, where like you like uh you might see things happening in anime that can't happen in real life, like art style changes or like pause frames or like all this stuff. Um, but yeah, Studio Ghibli movies just they lend themselves to worlds like Kiki's delivery service because it can show you like the beauty of the countryside or like you know like those kind of things.
So basically, she finds her new city, and that's also a thing. Nothing really has names. So the city
Exactly.
doesn't have a name, nobody has a last name and stuff. But it's
Yeah.
also not necessary for the story.
Exactly.
After she made like a big fuss in the new city, she met Tombo,
Tombo, yeah.
who's like a guy. He's just a guy who wants to know her.
Yeah.
I don't know, we don't really get to figure out why.
Exactly. Like so much of this movie is just left unexplained, which I do like a lot.
Yeah. To move on, we also get to meet Osono, which is a who is a woman who like lets Kiki stay in her.
Okay, I'm glad you're providing the names for these people because I just like it's not that they were forgettable, but I just did not know their names.
Yeah, I think she's staying in their attic. Is it
Yes,
called
I
attic?
think
Attic?
so.
How would you say that? How is it pronounced?
Yeah, I think it's attic or like
Attic.
I would normally say attic.
Okay.
I think she in Japanese calls it an okibea, um, which
Okibea.
could be spare room. Let me just check. No, okibea. Okay, I guess I was wrong, but anyway, moving on. But
Moving on. Kiki makes her delivery service,
yep,
and her first job is to deliver a like plushy cat in
yep,
a bird cage, which the cat looks exactly like
exactly like
Gigi,
Chi.
which is very important for the story because
Yes,
they lose the cat and Gigi has to like pretend to be the
pretend.
cat while Kiki's looking for it.
Dude, and that dog who is
That
like
dog is
helping
so
them,
cute.
that dog is so awesome.
I love this dog.
He like helped them out and like took Gigi outside for them, and I was like, that's so nice. I love this. I love this guy.
I think that's also one of my most favorite plot points from this movie, like with Gigi and the dog.
Yes, yes, that was great.
And now we get while Gigi is pretending to be a stuffed cat, we get to meet the painter. And I want you to tell me how her name is pronounced because I have no idea how to pronounce this in English. I have literally no clue.
I think it would be Ursula.
Okay, Ursula.
Auf Deutsch.
Ursula.
Ursula, I see.
And I was like, okay, would you say like Ursula? Or
Yeah.
that's why I was like, okay, let's see,
Yeah.
let's see how he pronounces it, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah. It should be Ursula.
Ursula.
That name I would say is most famous in the English world for being the name of the villain from Little Mermaid
Yeah,
is Queen Ursula, I think, but
yeah, it
that
is.
that's how I know it the best.
Yeah, me too, but I thought her name would be different in English.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it should be Ursula.
But it's also kind of a weird name for a Japanese
Dude,
movie.
I know.
But I think
And
it's to make her sound like more foreign or like,
definitely.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah. And I mean, one point that I will add to that is like I was kind of thinking about this, and I mean, it's not really unique to Ghibli or this movie, but like this movie is distinctly going for a like European city town, like small like town city vibe. Like if you
Uh-huh.
know what I mean. Like it's not trying to be Japanese. It's not even trying to be American. Like it's trying to be like this very particular European-esque vibe.
Yeah,
In
like
in fact,
just a harbor town.
yes, and if you'll remember, I think on the uh uh there's a sign on the bread, uh, not factory, like bakery. Um,
And factory.
I'm stupid. I'm also a little slow today, but yeah, there's a sign on their bakery that is, I believe it looked like it was in German.
And it was not, but it's
Okay.
the entire writing is at least what I think just gibberish.
Oh, I see.
So it was not a language I know of. It might be something like Slavic, but I'm not
But
sure.
I doubt
So
it. Yeah,
I doubt that.
they were probably
So
just making that shit up.
yeah, but it looked European as
Yeah,
a
exactly.
feeling. So they were like Roman letters and stuff.
But yes, so where were we before I mentioned that?
The
Uh,
Cat Quest and Ursula.
and Ursula, yeah. Um, so yeah, like I guess I can just pick up a little bit from here, but basically, they are going to deliver this this stuffed plush, but they accidentally run into like this tree, and they bump into like this crow, and he like fights them, and she's like, "Oh, sorry," and they go and deliver um the package to the people that they're trying to deliver it to, but they realize that they dropped the plushie in the forest, and basically Kiki has to go back and get it, and it turns out this painter girl has picked it up, and uh, she goes and goes to her cabin, and she's like, "Oh, you picked this up," and she's like, "Hey, you have to clean my house, and then I'll give it back to you." um, so
Yeah,
she's like,
kind of like that.
"Yeah, tell me
We're
if
just
I mess anything up," but
that's kind of messed up because she uh was repairing it for Kiki.
yeah, yeah, it was like
And
a it was
it's
like a
like a
trade
deal.
basically.
Yeah, a trade.
Yeah, and so
Uh,
she fixes the cat. Um, and then I think she just gives it back, but then later you see her again, but that's kind of later in the story. Um, Honestly, I don't really think a whole lot other important things happen except for she talks to Tombo, and like the whole movie is kind of showing that like Kiki is like struggling to like make friends kind of, and he's kind of the only friend because he's like reaching out to her and being like, "Hey, you should come to this party," and all this stuff. And
and
she
she's like, "Leave me alone."
yeah, and like honestly, she's being a little rude, honestly.
Yeah, and I didn't really understand why she was rude to him in the first place.
Yeah, he's literally just being nice, but
Yeah, well, but you just mentioned Tombo's party, so basically he invited her to a party he's throwing, to like celebrate his invention,
mhm.
which we later find out is a flying bicycle.
Which that scene was awesome, dude. When they were flying on, like when they were riding that.
Yeah, down the road, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but she sadly couldn't go to the party because she had to deliver some old lady's cake.
Yep. Hmm.
Like it wasn't really like a like sweet cake. It was with pumpkin and herring. Herring?
Oh yeah,
Is
that's
that
right. Yeah, herring, herring.
herring? Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't like a normal cake, but yeah, she has to deliver it, and it's, it's kind of a trope, like the character's trying to hang out with friends, but is like has some other obligation, and then she's kind of bogged down by it, and then she gets to the party, but she's like all like rained on, and she's like, well, wait,
She wasn't at the party in the
yeah,
first
yeah,
place.
sorry,
So
sorry, she didn't go to the party, but she got rained on, and then she just kind of gave up on going to the party because she was like, yeah, it's too late anyway.
yeah, and then she
Um,
got sick and lost her magic.
yeah. And by the
And
way,
yeah,
when she
sorry.
loses her magic, that's the last time you hear Gigi talk because she stops being able to hear Gigi, and then Gigi doesn't say anything else in the rest of the movie. And I was like,
Yeah,
dang.
I didn't notice that, but well, now that you say it, I think that's a good point.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah,
but but Gigi also finds a friend too.
yeah, this other cat
This other
from the neighbor
good-looking cat.
who made deliver the stuffed cat.
That's right.
Yeah, but now Kiki lost his magic and is really depressed, so Ursula is coming back and they chill, I guess.
Literally. Like they just go to like Ursula's house and she's like, "Hey, just take a look on the bright side of life," and basically just tries to like encourage her. That's honestly like one example of some like what I was saying about like that I really like about this movie, which is like it's almost like there's a lot of scenes that aren't really important to the plot, but they just kind of exist to show like how life is almost. And I feel like that was a very good example because it just shows her spending time with Ursula, and it's like, hey, sometimes you just need to like get away and kind of hang out with somebody to like feel better about stuff. But uh but yeah, that was a pretty good scene. Um, and then basically she goes back, and there's a big disaster with this balloon, and
Hmm.
it turns out Tombo's on it, and he's gonna die if it starts blowing up and he's like falling off and all this stuff. And so Kiki has to like kind of gear up and like learn to fly again so she can get her magic back. And then she just basically kind of works up. Well, first of all, she goes to this old man and asks for his deck brush. And
Is
uh,
deck
uh,
brush?
yeah,
So I
that's
know what you're talking about, but I don't know the word deck brush.
well, I actually wouldn't have used that normally, but in Japanese, that's actually the word they use. Deki brush, dek, deki brush. I think it was, um, or deku brush or something like that. But yeah, it was that guy who had that little like brush, and that's what they call it. But
Interesting. I would have just said it's a broom, but okay.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it is kind of different because it has like that flat bottom part where you can like kind of like scrub more so
Hmm.
as like as like sweep. But yeah, basically the same thing. But um, but yeah, now we're getting into the deep details of words and brushes. But uh,
That's where we're
so
good at.
I
Just
know
saying.
that's my favorite. That's my favorite thing to talk about. But yeah, she basically uses this brush, and one thing that like scene of animation that I really liked is when she's getting on the brush and like its bristles like start growing with the
Hmm.
magic, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. Um, and there were a ton of scenes of animation that was just like so impressive, like I said earlier. But um, she basically learns to fly again, if a little clumsy. Uh, and she basically saves Tombo, and then the movie ends, and then like that's literally it. Um, but it's a nice ending. It's a very it was very like triumphant to see her get her powers back and kind of save him, and it was very sweet.
And then we have like the credits playing, and we also get to see a cute like ending scene
Yeah.
because Kiki sent a letter to her parents.
Hmm.
So we also get to see them again. Like the movie started at their place, like basically at Kiki's home. And at the end, she's writing a letter to her parents, letting them know she found a good town and friends.
Which I feel kind of is a really good wrap up for a movie like this, because it just kind of comes full circle, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh yeah, it's back at her house, like where we started. Um, and I think as far as pacing goes, like the whole thing just flows very well. Um, like you said about that last scene, like it just feels very like it feels like a very satisfying ending. It one thing I like about it is the movie's not too long. It's only an hour and 45 minutes, and I think it never overstays its welcome. Um, it 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 has a good flow as far as like the emotional tone, because she's kind of feeling pretty happy at the beginning, kind of feels sad in the middle, and then it kind of just works out in the end, which just like it fits for like such a simple movie like this. Um, and I think it does lend itself to being a very good kids movie,
Hmm.
um, but also a movie that anyone can enjoy. And I think it makes sense because it was based on a book, which I think was meant to be a kid's book. Um,
Yeah, probably.
and and yeah, overall, I'd say it's a very wonderful movie.
Yeah, and I think we've talked about the characters like shortly. I think there's
Yeah,
not much to say about their design. There's like
not really.
not really a specific thing as in quintessential quintuplets where we really had to talk about their designs and name
Yeah,
choices.
no, it's just kind of like Studio Ghibli design type.
Yeah, and also the opening and ending of the movie where they felt like rather mediocre. Like the songs were not like going
Not to stand out.
crazy, not to stand out, but they had this typical like Ghibli touch.
They did. Yeah, and like that's coming from me not even seeing too much Ghibli, but I definitely get what you mean. Um, I actually quite liked the ending.
Hmm.
I liked it more than the opening, and I thought about adding it to my playlist. I might look at it again, but I did think it was a good song.
Yeah, and now the standout
Part of it,
topic. No, the
the
standout
animation,
topic, the voice actors.
voice actors, yes.
I've
Which
also
I was
looked into some,
surprised.
me too, and I also looked into at least the main voice actors,
Yeah,
like Kiki, Gigi, and Tombo. And I would have not expected that. I'm
me neither,
really
dude. I really would not have. If
like,
you have something to say, please say it. But
okay, I'll start and cover the bigger parts, and you'll tell the details.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because at first I looked at Kiki's voice actress and found
Hmm.
out that she's voicing Conan.
Yes, yes. I also saw that, dude. It isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and I was like,
Like
oh, this is
that's
so
such a
cool.
popular role.
Yeah,
And a character in like One Punch Man too. Like I'm just like, wow. And
yeah, that
like
she's still
she's in a
doing.
ton. She's in a ton of other popular series. Like it's really crazy.
Yeah, well, for me, the most standout was Conan.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, arguably that is the most famous of her roles, probably.
And
But
well,
like,
oh, she's also in Erased.
yeah, dude, she's in a race. She's in some kind of Danganronpa stuff. Like, oh look, she's like, well, I mean, that's probably like an
OVA
extra, but yeah, but I
of
mean,
Attack on
she's at least
Titan, right?
in Attack on Titan to some extent. Pit, bro, she plays Pit in something that's crazy. Um, but
Yeah,
yeah,
so
like pretty
pretty
surprising.
famous. She's also Envy in Full Metal Alchemist.
She's Envy, yeah, like FMA, like Jesus.
Yeah. And right afterwards, I figured out that she knows the voice actor of Tombo
Oh,
because
okay.
he voices Shinichi Kudo from Detective Conan,
Oh my God, really?
like the adult version of Conan.
That's crazy. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Bro, that's wild.
And he's also the voice of Inuyasha,
He's the voice of
L,
Inuyasha.
Ranma, and Usopp. Like,
Yep. Dude,
dude, this
fucking
is
Usopp. Like,
crazy.
absolutely crazy. Which by the way, I never put together that L, he's the voice for L too. That's crazy. That is such a wide performance. He is also the voice of Ranma from Ranma One Half, which is another show by Takahashi Rumiko, and it just fits so well that the voice of Inuyasha also plays Ranma. Sorry, I just had to say that, um, but yeah, he is also very prolific, very out there. Um, and I also had a lot. I had a lot of respect for the role of Gigi, which is Sakuma Rei, um, which I don't think she's done as much, but she's also the voice of Shampoo from Ranma One Half, um, which I'm currently watching the second season right now. So I was thinking about her too, but I really like her performance as Shampoo and as Gigi, and I was honestly just surprised to have that many good voice actors in a Ghibli movie, because I know that a lot of Ghibli movies just get non-anime voice actors typically, but
Well, maybe it was their start. I mean, it's
true.
1989.
89, and I believe this was their fourth movie.
Yeah, so
Studio Ghibli's
there,
fourth movie.
yeah, so there wasn't too much going on. And well, they like Death Note didn't exist by then.
Yep, definitely not.
Inuyasha probably not. So
No, Inuyasha was 99 or 2000, I think.
yeah, so it
One
might
Piece
have
didn't even
been
exist.
yeah, it might have been their like big success to
Could
play
be.
play in here.
But I guess I don't really need to talk about the music that much more. Like I would say the soundtrack is really good.
Hmm.
I don't need to say too much more about it. It's just a very nice orchestral. Um, One thing I did appreciate about it is there's actually um, like there's a lot of moments in this movie without any music, or maybe I should say more clearly, there's a few moments that have music, um,
Hmm.
and when it's used very effectively. Um, but but yeah, I mean, I would just say it's just a really good soundtrack. Like, there's not too much more deeper that I want to get into it, but um, tell me about the tell me about how you feel about the music, and we can go
Yeah.
into it if you want.
Well, we've talked about opening and ending. I
Yeah.
really like the OST, especially Town with an Ocean View is such a good
Oh
song.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
And this like the few uses of music is a typical thing in Ghibli movies, I'd say.
Mm,
Like, it's not the first time that I noticed this in a Ghibli movie.
okay.
But well, we might do some other Ghibli movies in the future.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down. I've definitely my mind has been opened to Ghibli after watching this, because this was a really enjoyable experience that I haven't had from Ghibli
Well, that's good
prior.
to know. But first, we'll have to watch a another show
True.
where we'll continue our Chika Anzai arc.
We will. I almost forgot we decided that, but
Yeah,
we will
I thought
be
so. That's why I just
continuing.
said that.
Dude, dude, you know me so well. You know how forgetful I am.
Do you want to announce what the next show will be that we're watching?
Yes, Leon, give me a drum roll. It's going to be Idle Incidents, which
Yay!
yay, which
Let's
is
see.
featuring Chika Anzai. Um, and I think we were kind of surprised by the trailer of this show, but this is either going to be a surprisingly good show or the worst thing we've ever seen. So it's going to be an interesting episode, probably.
So stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned.
And well, to end this episode, Jack, let me ask you, on a scale from 0 to 100, in steps of 5, what is your rating for Majo no Takubin?
魔女の宅急便。そうですね. Now that I've been to Japanese, I'm gonna respond in Japanese every time. No, I'm kidding. But yeah. So I mean, I want to preface this score by saying, um, I don't want this to seem like the score might seem surprising, like given the fact that I've only said good things about the movie. But don't let that dissuade you. I would recommend everyone and their grandma watch this movie. Like, watch it with your grandma, watch it with your kids, watch it alone. Like, I think this is a movie anyone can enjoy in a very short amount of time, have a good time with, and be done with their life and be better off for it. Which is not something I can say about other Ghibli movies. Like, me and Leon have tried to watch Princess Mononoke, which everyone talks about, but honestly, I just could not get behind that movie. I did not find it enjoyable. Um, but this is just not the case. It's just a very wonderful, sweet story that is just great all around. And for that, I'm going to give it a 70.
Ooh, 70,
A
yay!
70. And that's like full positive connotation 70. Nothing bad to say about it, but it doesn't need to be higher than that for what it is. Um, and Leon, coming to you now. On a scale of 0 to 100 in steps of 5, what do you rate Majo no Takyu
Well, let me think about that.
You're like, actually, give me a second to think about this.
No, so it is a good movie, and I would 100% agree to, like, with you that anybody should watch this. But there's like no too big plot point, nothing outstanding, which is why this is just a like for me. So it is a solid 75 out of 100.
Mm.
And well, dear listeners, if you want us to make an episode on Mononoke Hime,
Oh, please, God.
please no. But if you want to, please let us know in the comments. And then we'll see us in the fortnight to Idle Incidents. Bye bye.
Fortnite, bye, nay.